Hello, I'm Jalido De La Torre. I'm a lawyer by profession and a retired labor attaché of the Philippines, assigned in Hong Kong, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and Australia. My last assignment was, of course, Hong Kong. And that was where I encountered the fear of my life, as it were. One of the worst forms of human trafficking that I encountered in my career was what we call third country deployment, which happened a lot in Hong Kong. Perhaps it also happened in other countries where there are large concentrations of Filipino domestic helpers, like maybe Singapore, Saudi Arabia, and the other Middle Eastern countries. But what I know is Hong Kong was the center, as it were, of this illegal recruitment corridor, as it were, which deployed Philippine domestic workers to third countries. As you know, the policy is when the contract of domestic workers end, they need to go back to their country of origin before being deployed again. But in this case, they're being sent directly from Hong Kong and from the other source countries like Singapore, etc., directly to the countries of destination like Russia, other Central Asian republics, Brazil, Turkey, etc., etc. And well, if that would be, I guess, good if there's a job waiting there and employment conditions are good. But as it happened, when they get there in these countries, no job waiting for them at all, and they were in constant fear of being deported back to the Philippines because they had no employment visa. They were there as tourists, so they were always in danger of being arrested by the police and by immigration officials. So what I did when I learned about this was to get the support of the community organizations, Filipino community organizations in Hong Kong, and disseminate the information about the risks and the dangers of third country deployment and the possible harm that could befall our Filipino domestic helpers when if they agree to being deployed to these countries. So, as I've said, I solicited the support of the Filipino community organizations, and I made use widely of social media in order to spread the information about the dangers of third country deployment. And most importantly, I took advantage of our post-arrival orientation seminar. This is a standard activity of the Philippine Overseas Labor Offices in our countries of destinations. We always do this, but in my case, I made it compulsory for all newly arrived domestic helpers in Hong Kong. So before they report to their respective employers, I made it mandatory for our employment agencies to first bring their recruits from the airport directly to our office in Hong Kong and undergo the 1.5 day orientation seminar. And I made sure that during the seminar, we had a module on third country deployment, as well as on human trafficking in general. So as a result of that, of course, these human traffickers targeted me and my family through, they went so far as to fake my Facebook account and posted their information and pictures and data about incriminating data that were false information actually about myself and my career as well as my family in Australia. So, but I was not faced by that campaign of vilification campaign of these human traffickers, and finally I was able to get the message across to the Filipino community, and I was able to minimize the incidence of third country deployment in Hong Kong.